Here are 5 plugins that I wish I would have bought sooner when I first started mixing. Now, just to clarify, I am not being paid by any company to mention any plugin on this list. These are truly just some of my favorite plugins that I use on every mix. So number 1, Spectre by Waves Factory. Now on your first look, this obviously just looks like a basic EQ plugin, but it's actually doing something else. Spectre is also functioning as a harmonic enhancer. So you're adding saturation in parallel with the EQ as you boost. Now what's really cool is that each band has 11 different saturation algorithms to choose from, including tube and tape. Each band also has mid-side capabilities. And if you only wanted to use this plugin as a multi-band saturator, you can utilize the de-emphasis mode, which turns off the EQ. Now each of these bands will only add harmonics and it won't boost any existing frequencies. Overall, this is a very unique plugin that offers so many different types of saturation, and the fact that the user interface is set up like a basic EQ makes it very easy to dial in the sound that you like. Number 2 on the list is Trackspacer by Waves Factory. Trackspacer is a plugin that is going to help you create space in your mix. Essentially what it does is it analyzes a sidechain input signal and applies an inverse EQ curve to the frequency content of that sidechain signal. So if you load Trackspacer on your instrument bus, for example, what you could do is sidechain the vocal to this plugin. Now as you increase the amount knob, you'll start to see that the plugin will duck the specific frequencies on the instrument bus where the vocal is trying to exist. So the white line is the instrument bus that is being ducked, and the blue line is the vocal. And you dial in exactly how much ducking you want on the instrument bus, utilizing the amount knob here in the center of the plugin. You also have attack and release settings to control how fast or how slow you want the ducking to take place. Now you obviously don't want to overdo this effect on your instrument bus, but applying it in a subtle amount can really help open things up for your vocal. All right, next up we have the F6 EQ by Waves Audio. Now this is just my go-to EQ for every mix. And the reason that I love it so much is that it has such a simple user interface. Everything is laid out perfectly and in a very well thought out manner. Whenever I'm using this EQ, I don't have to overthink anything or search for a certain setting or control. Every EQ point has all of its settings available to you in plain sight. You have mid-side capabilities and also dynamic EQ available. Another thing that I like about this plugin is the analyzer spectrum that displays the frequency content. I'm telling you, this EQ was such a huge upgrade for me from using the stock EQ in FL Studio. Okay, number 4 on the list, the God Particle by Cradle Audio. So at first glance, this plugin just looks like a multi-band compressor and a limiter. But after listening to a lot of Jaycen Joshua content, I came to find out that there's really a lot more going on under the hood, like wave shaping and harmonics being added to the signal. Now I really can't explain the sound that it adds to my mix bus, but it just glues things together and makes them sound cohesive. I promise, if you have proper gain structure coming into this plugin, you're gonna like the sound that comes out. Okay, last but not least is Standard Clip by Sir Audio Tools. Clipping my drums has become a game changer for me as far as getting my mix loud. And I don't care what anybody says, clipping your drums in a subtle manner is gonna give you that pleasing distortion. And this plugin makes it very easy to dial in how much clipping you want by utilizing the adjustable clip ceiling. It has 3 different clipping algorithms, including hard clipping and 2 soft clippers with an added saturation control. And it also has a visual representation of what is being clipped down here on the bottom meter. This plugin has everything I could possibly need, and it never lets me down as far as how it sounds and what I'm trying to achieve with it. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.